I mean, for more reasons than that also.
Yeah, but then you also have Jeremy crying on the phone with me and my wife. Yeah, no, literally. So, and that's like, they care. They do. Yeah.
All right, you guys.
I have a question really quick.
Sure.
So if we change that name from Jane to Jackie, because that's who I am, and I'm not in this whole organization, but you're going to ask me to text 3 people that I don't know?
Absolutely.
3 upline people, and not the same 2 people that just got taught. You're going to say, can you please text these 3 people?
And say, hi, my name is Jackie. I'm a new distributor. I just signed up.
Oh, after I've signed up.
Yeah.
Not, okay,
This
okay.
is blueprinting. So
All right,
blueprinting
okay,
is the
after
next
I've
step
signed up.
after you become
Got
a
it,
distributor.
Not just like now I haven't signed up.
We don't totally throw you
Awesome.
to the wolves. Just
Well, no, I'm just like curious, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, that's an interesting thing to ask people, to text people they don't know, they're not even part of the organization yet, but that.
Once you're part of the organization, once you've signed up, you've already made the first commitment. So we're just asking you to continue to become part of the team and to get to know the people that are going to help you as you move along through this business.
Step up a little bit.
Well, that's the whole purpose, is that you have people, so you get to know them so that they can help you.
Totally, that totally makes sense if you're like a brand new person.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And that's why when Julie and I went to convention and we met all these people firsthand, it really gives us a leg up, because now when you say a name and a level, we sat down and had lunch with that person. We've talked to them. We know their personality. We know their family. It makes a huge.
Sure. Now they're helping you because they've met you.
Well, they'd be helping me anyway, but now that I've met them, I feel that connection. You know, I mean, I've sat down with them. I talked to you.
Yeah, you don't hesitate.
So, yes.
I'd just like to make an announcement. It's very appropriate now. I'm in the process of creating a directory of distributors for Kauai, which answers all these questions, and one for our national, so that you know who to connect with.
That's great.
You're all going to be asked to fill out your own stuff by email and you get back.
Awesome. Thank you. The next part of this is helping them to start creating a database. All of this, by the way, is what we consider on-the-job training, because that's the best way you're going to learn, right? So, starting on the database. There's a little tab in your blueprint book that says database. It's got a list on it. So you start writing down names and phone numbers. And then there's a memory jogger in there, and it helps you to remember who you know, and it starts to like get those brain juices flowing so you can remember people in your life that maybe you haven't thought about in 10 years. Use it, you guys. And then I challenge you to do this with your person. It's all about helping them set up a plan. Remember those goals that they told you they had? You want to help them achieve them. So, here's what we do next. And you can say that to them. Give them a plan. People want to be with someone who knows what they're doing. Who are the 10 people that we can contact today and meet face-to-face with this week? Get out your calendar and let's schedule it. Let's make it happen. I will be there with you on these meetings. I will help you in these meetings, but let's make it happen. Here we go. Who are the 10 people that we can get with, call today, and meet with face-to-face this week, and let's schedule it. And then invite 3 right then and that meeting, so that they get practice doing an invite, and so that you're there to help them. Their homework assignment for the rest of that day is to make the 7 other phone calls to make those 10 meetings happen. And keep track of your invites and your contact with them. So some people do it in their book. There's space where you can kind of do that. I have in the back of my notebook, I made myself a binder. It just helps me. You don't have to have one. I'm giving it to my new distributors because I want them to have all the tools that I think can help them. So in that I include a spiral notebook. It's for taking notes and it's for keeping track of your contacts. So I go to the last page. I divided it into columns, names, first touch, second touch, third, fourth, and fifth, because sometimes it takes up to 5 touches or more to get somebody to answer their phone. That way I can keep track of it. I write down the date that I contacted them, And if it was an invite, I say it was an invite. If it was a three-way call, I say it was a three-way call. And I went to the back of the spiral because you never know how many people you're going to contact by the end of this thing, and I can work my way forward. Okay? Then, you log in to their back office. Show them how to do that. That way, when they do sign someone up, they can show them how to do it. And they can go in and do it together. There are so many tools in our back office to help you learn and to help you know more about the company, which I guess is essentially the same thing. Sorry. But that's so important. So show them how to do that. And it's good practice for you. And then have them schedule time in their calendar for when they're going to go back in and look at it again and maybe start actually looking at the materials that are in there, and some of the webinars and the media site that has, you know, the how and the why on the compensation plan, okay? And then schedule the next exposure for the new distributor. Whether it be that they're listening to one of the phone calls on Monday night or Tuesday morning or Wednesday night, let them schedule when they're going to do that. Whether it's listening to a webinar on the back office, whether it's coming to someone else's presentation so that they can see how it's done yet again, because eventually they're going to do one too. And that's another thing. Schedule their first group presentation. They're not going to give their first group presentation. They're just going to host. So they invite the people to their house, they invite the distributors, the other distributors invite other people, and we all show up. And when we do, let's say it's Jackie's first group presentation, and I've signed her up. I come over to her house a little bit early, tell her she'll be great, not to worry about it. Okay, we get all the chairs set up, everything's great. Jackie then says, "Hi everybody, welcome to my house. This is Kristen. She's a little bit crazy, but I kind of like her anyway, and she's going to share with you like Spanish." And then I stand up and I do my thing and talk to you guys like I'm doing right now. Sorry. And then at the end, it's another little bit of meet and greet, talk about the stuff just a little bit more. But it's very simple, and keep it simple. Show the video and shut up. To be nice about it, right?
Kristen, can I ask you a question? When you are saying ask them up to 10 people and you call 3, are you calling them to ask to watch the video, or are you calling them to invite them to?
You're calling them to invite them face to face.
Face to face.
And in that face to face, you will be watching the video. They don't necessarily know that, but they know that. The power of 2-on-1 is huge because everybody needs third-party validation. And that's how you blue pair in 45 minutes. Thanks to Sarah Dooley. I do not get credit for this. This was her.
Can I just add?
Absolutely.
I just want to, were you done? Or
With that part I am. I've got
Okay.
another section to do. Sorry, you guys.
I just wanted to say that I just learned so much. I hope everyone's taking notes, and you know, like that just got me so fired up because it just continues to define and streamline this business. And I just want to say, if anyone is like, my upline didn't show me how to do that, or I've never done that way. Leave that on the floor, move forward, and be like, I'm going to be the best leader I can be. I'm going to implement this. We're all learning new ways, new systems. Anything like that is going to hold your business back. Just continue to learn, absorb, and go out there and duplicate. You know, I didn't teach that to Sarah. She just went out and figured out that was really effective. And thank you so much for sharing that. So I just wanted to say that.
You know, Sarah is an amazing godsend. She taught me so much about how.
You have 2 more minutes.
Okay, we're going to go super fast.
Yeah.
And this is going to be, you guys are going to be like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, we're not done with that subject yet.
All right, you guys. Not that you can read my chicken scratch, but it'll help me. So, things to duplicate. Success in 90 days, which kind of goes along with the blueprint. Daily exposure, goal setting, expectations, and belief. Success in 90 days is defined by your new distributor. It goes along with those questions that I said you should ask them in your blueprinting. Once you get that, you have to set up a plan for them. So these are the number of presentations we need to do in the next 90 days to make that happen. If they want to get to elite, you better make it 90 presentations, which is almost it's a presentation a day. But presentations are like super fast, okay? Give them a number of calls to listen to and a number and books to read, names of books to read. In this 90 days, you're working with this group, but in the next 90, you're working with another group. So this is your time to train your new distributors so that they can duplicate for the next 90 days and for their next group. Because it's all about setting them up for success to train the next batch. We're not babysitting them forever. Daily exposure. Daily exposure is the only way that you are going to grow your business. I cannot express that enough to you. Every day, talk to somebody about this. Every day. And that means calling people 3 to 5 people every day. If you want to go elite, call 5. And your motto should be that I work 2 days a week, today and tomorrow. You're planning meetings for 72 hours in advance because people know what they're doing within that time frame. You start setting meetings up for 2 weeks from now, a week from now, anything can happen. So, create urgency in your planning. Find an accountability partner and be one for that person as well. So, I'll say to Laura, I'm calling 5 people tonight, and this is who I'm calling. She needs to call me in the morning and so how did it go? So that I do it. Find a mentor. It doesn't have to be a Pro 10. It can be a Pro 4 if you're only a Pro 2.